Hi everyone. Today I'm gonna coach you guys or teach you guys how to write the sentence in English. So I'm gonna show you guys a lot of stuff. When you write a sentence, what do we have inside of that sentence? Do we have subject, verb, object, or we just have a verb? We just have a subject and a verb. So I'm gonna provide you guys the right tool. That way you can use it correctly. Salut mes amis, j'espère que vous allez très bien. Mbote na bandeko no supoza kolanda nga. Lelo na ko tangisa bino ndenge ni to utiliza ka. Ndenge ni to komaka na anglais, hein? Ndenge ni to komaka phrase, ba phrase ndenge ni to komaka. Okay? So guys, I'm also gonna show you guys a different type of sentence we have in English. Okay? So, like I said, you don't get it, I'm here to help. Ask, and practice. The more you ask, in case you don't get it, and you keep practicing, you should be good. All right? What is a sentence? How do we write it? Look, the basics unit of communication is the sentence. Now, we need to know the what is inside of the sentence, okay? So, now, for us to write correctly, you wanna, let's say you are a university student, college student, high school student. Now you need to know this. You need to know the part of speech. You need to know the noun. We have a different type of noun. You need to know them. You need to know the pronoun. You need to know the verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, right? Now, if you don't know much about it, it's still a problem. Academically, let's say you go to university or college, all right, and you don't know how to use this, well, you still when you write, let's say you're in college. When you write, you don't use this. Wow. Or you don't use that because they are part of this. Now, let's say if you watch my the other video, you're gonna understand. I was talking about the conjunction, okay? Because you need to know how to use it. When you combine two sentences, when you combine two of simple sentence or independent sentence, independent clauses, all right, we use conjunction. Because, however, if, unless, those one are conjunction. You need to know how to use them. Some of the pronoun behavior as a conjunction. Watch my the other video. I was talking about conjunction before you watch this, okay? Watch my video carefully. You know the way you read your Bible. All right? The way you read the Bible. You take your time. You read the Bible carefully. Same thing with my course. Watch them like that. Okay? So the way when you get your Bible, you pay attention on what you are doing or reading. Same thing with my course. When you watch my course, pay attention. All right? So look. You're in college. You're a college student, university student, scholar. You need to know the noun. For example, Canada, UK, France, Germany, Netherlands, Russia, China, Japan, Vietnam, Korea, India, Philippines, Congo, Rwanda, Uganda, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Angola, or Morocco. Those one are the country. The noun, if you take a look, are propre. We say in French, le nom propre. Now, if you want to deal with the nom commun, the names such as, let's say, street, school, hospital. When you write them, lowercases. Line, giraffe, animal. These one are different name. Let's say let's say in case I want let's say my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law. You're gonna see those names. You combine them, right? They're name, but we have a special name. We call them. Now, pronoun, we have he, she. Let's say instead of repeating the noun, you don't have to repeat it. That's the main reason we use the pronoun. Uh, Verb, you need to know how to use them. We have the present, the past, the future, and the other one. Adjective, you need to know how to use them. Adverb, you need to know how to use them. Preposition, you need to know how to use them. Conjunction, you need to know how to use them. You need to know how to use these too. But if you know how to use this, conjunction, preposition, verb, pronoun, trust me, the rest of them easy. This, you you have to know how to, even in French. If you know how to use conjunction, you know how to use preposition. In French, we say like sur, sous, au-dessus, en, à. Je vais à Paris. Je vais en France. Je vais au Congo. Eric est allé aux États-Unis. Amy va aux Pays-Bas. All right. So when you know how to use them, you know how to use this, and you know how to use this one. The rest of them easy. You're gonna get it right. The rest of them, you're gonna get them right. But pronoun, verb, preposition, conjunction. Trust me, a lot of people struggle on it. Adjective, yeah, you're gonna get it right. Adverb, you're gonna get it. It's easy. Noun, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it after. But the preposition, conjunction, pronoun, the verb, a lot of people struggle on it. Like in my case, when I left my back home, I did well in high school. Well, my back home. When I travel in different country, so I have to adapt. I have to learn how those people live because I don't know their society, culture. So I have to master the way they behave, all those kind of stuff. So it was a little bit tough for me, you know. So we come here. So in case you don't get it, that's how I break them down like this. Okay. So we have a noun, we have a pronoun, we have a verb, we have adjective, we have adverb, we have preposition, we have conjunction, we have interjection. Okay. So please, today we're gonna deal with the sentence. But some of you may say, do I need to know this? Yes, because when I use the noun, you need to know what is the nouns about. When I'm talking about pronoun, you need to know. When I'm talking about the verb, you need to know. And when we combine some of the sentences together, you need to know the conjunction. You need to know. Like today, you need to know this one. You need to know this. You need to know. You need to know this. All right, because some of the sentences we're gonna combine them together. All right. So we have a different type of verb. Okay, I want you also to understand it. So two types of verb make up all the sentence. We have action verb. We have also linking verb. Okay. Now, every sentence must start with a capital letter. Okay. Every sentence must end with a punctuation mark. Okay. Here, in case you don't get it, that's the one. A statement ends with a period, a question mark, and exclamation point. Okay. Now, what is a sentence? In case you don't get it, a sentence is a group of words contain here. This verb don't get confused. It's like in this case a little bit different, but it's like a has. In case you don't get it, okay. It's like it's in case English is not your first language, just think of a has, okay, or have, okay. So that's why I end up putting what is a sentence, okay. So we come here. Kevin came early. When you take a look, Kevin came early. Now we have, if you watch the other French video, you're gonna see I was talking about different sentence type of sentence we have. In case you speak French, watch the other video. I was talking about the sentence, different type of sentence. Okay, you're gonna understand it. All right. So I teach French too, so watch it. So some of the sentence, the end, you're gonna see have a question mark. The other one have a period. The other one have a exclamation mark. So here, Kevin loves Abby. So in this case, we're dealing with the declarative sentence. Okay, and this one, it's in case you speak French, it's like interrogation, something like that. In case you speak French. So if you watch the other French courses, like I said, you're gonna understand. Did Kevin leave? Did Kevin leave? Did you eat? This one we're dealing with the question at the question mark at the end of it. This one, okay. Did Kevin leave? Did you eat? Here we're dealing with you giving it like an order, something like that. Study hard for your exam. Study hard for your test. Okay. We come here. Now, a subject. A subject is a part of the sentence that does the action or is spoke about. A subject, it can be a noun or pronoun. Here, when I say noun, it's like Kevin is a noun. Guylain is a noun. Abby is a noun. Amy is a noun. Anne is a noun. Paul is a noun. Now, when I talk here, pronoun is like he, it's like I, you, he, she, it, we, you, there, or him, her, myself, yourself. Those one are the pronoun. Okay. Here, Kevin hit the balls. In this case, Kevin is the subject. The watch was given to the women. I mean, the watch was given to the women. You have to be careful. Sometimes the watch, I'm not talking about watching the TV, so you have to be careful. Here, we deal with the verb. A verb is a word that shows an action or states of being. Now, we also have if a verb follows to, it's called an infinitive phrase or is not the main verb. Now, Steve likes to run. When you see here, this is the one I'm talking about. Steve likes to run. This is the one we're talking about. Okay. Now you're gonna hear also about the predicate. Okay, you're gonna hear about this. Okay, so you're gonna hear about the predicate. A predicate is a part of the sentence that tells something about the subject. All right. So what the subject does, what is done to the subject, what is true about the subject. The girl went home quickly. For example, the girl went home quickly. So you're gonna see what the subject does in this case here. You're gonna see the girl went home quickly. Okay. And you're gonna, let's see in case you don't get it. Now, the green file folder was put back on her desk. Again, the green file folder was put back on her desk. Now, here is the part of the predicate. Here, that's the one. So, Where you can see where the verb start at the end of it. That's why we get the predicate. Now, the green file folder is the subject. So, she is honest. She's honest. Now, in this case, we're talking about the predicate adjective. This is the one here. So, here is the pronoun. She is a pronoun. Here is our predicate adjective, because of honest is the adjective, in case you don't get it. Now, the predicate noun. He is a manager. He's a manager. He became an actor. So in this case, we're dealing with this one, the noun, the predicate noun. Okay, the predicate noun. Okay, the predicate noun. So here, he is a pronoun. Here, again, the pronoun. Okay, in case you don't get it, it's okay. I just want to make sure you understand. Now, the whole of the sentence. Every sentence must start with a capital letter. My name is Timo Pindi. My name is Timo Pindi. I am a native of the Democratic Republic of Congo. I am an Angolano, a Congolese, a Canadian. I am Angolano, Congolese, and a Canadian. It's okay. I live in Toronto, Canada. My fiance is from Asia. Now, when you take a look, we're dealing with the capital letter, the first one. Every sentence must start with a capital letter. This is the one I'm talking about. Okay? This is the one I'm talking about. This is the one I'm talking about. The first letter. Every sentence must start with a capital letter. Capital letter is this one. And this, and this. Okay? In case you don't get it. Now, statement ends with a period and exclamation. So, in this case here, we're dealing with the end here. The period. Okay? Saving receipt is a wise habit to develop. I wish you could be here. The deadline had already passed. But you look at the end, we have the period. So this is the one I'm talking about, period. Okay? This is the period. Okay? And you take a look, the beginning is the capital letter. Okay? Now, a question ends with a question mark. This is the one. Now, will you be at the church? This is the one we're dealing with. This one. Will you be at the conference? So we're dealing at the end of it, we have the question mark. Okay, we call this the question mark. Here. Now, here we're dealing with the exclamation point. So call the police. Call the police. So this is the exclamation. Okay, call the police. Call the cop. Okay, so in this case, we're using that instead of using the period. Period or the question mark. We use the exclamation mark. Okay. Now, do not separate a subject from the predicate with a comma. The man in the black dress is my chief. The man in the black dress is my chief. Do not put a comma between two parts of a compound subject or verb. Okay, so you can see here, my sister, my brothers, and I went together. When you take a look, my sister, comma, my brothers, comma, and I went together. You may say then, what is a compound sentence? When you hear about the compound, think of two or more. So here we got the subject here, here, and I. Because three people, a person. My sister, my brother, and I went together. We come here. So the simple subject of the sentence is the keyword that tells you whom or what the sentence is. Okay. So in this case, we're dealing with the simple subject. So the green file folder was put back on her desk. So when you take a look, the green file folder is a subject, and then was put back on her desk is a predicate. You're gonna see when I show you guys about this. If just a few minutes ago, when I show you guys, you can see it. So yeah, we come here, compound subject and verb. Sometimes when you look at, okay, sometimes when you look at for the skeleton of the simple sentence, you may find more than one subject or more than one verb. These are called compound. A compound is formed by using conjunctions such as and or. That's why I was talking. That's why I was saying you have to watch my the other video. I was talking about the conjunction. Watch that first when you finish and you come here, okay? That way you're gonna know how to use them. So and or, okay? So Abby and I will come. Justin signed his time card and handed. The supervisor and her production workers went out to lunch. So sign and hand are the compound verb. Supervisor and her production worker are the compound subject. Because we got two. We have two verbs. Now when you take a look, here we got subject, sign, and hand of it. So we got two verb. Now here, that's why we have one and one give us two. Now here we have a supervisor and the production worker. So these one are the compound subject. Okay. Now, the simple sentence which has or contain no dependent clause, only one dependent clause. When I say depend clause, means it's a complete fact, complete inside of the dependent clause. I'm not talking about dependent, but independent clause. We have subject, we have verb, we have complement. So we have a simple subject, we have this the simple subject, verb, and object. We also have a compound subject and compound verb. We come here, UK1. That's it. You know, for example, in French, when you say bonjour, salut, salutation, you're gonna hear me if you watch my the other video. I'm gonna talk about when you look at my the other video is gonna be based on the verb. You're gonna understand, okay? In case you don't get it, we come here. Kevin saw that movie. Kevin saw that movie. It's a simple sentence Because when you take a look, Kevin is a subject. Kevin is a subject. So is a verb. And the movie is what? The object. Now, compound, if I go back, in this case, I'm talking about the simple subject. Kevin, only one. Now, Abby, one. Amy, one. Abby and Amy live in Chicago. Abby and Amy are the compound subject because there's two subjects there. I'm talking about Abby and Amy live in Chicago. I got one verb is live. This one is a verb. This one is a subject, and then Chicago is a object. But this one is a preposition. Okay. Now, Abby. This is the same thing. Just I changed the synonym I put there. Okay. Now we have a compound verb and a simple sentence. Now, Michael Jackson act and dance well. So when you take a look, Michael Jackson is a subject. Now, when you take a look, we have act and dance is a verb. One equal give us two verb, which give us compound verb. Okay. We come here. Amy studies in the library for her virtualization test. Amy studies in the library for her virtualization test. Now, in this case, we're dealing with the dependent clauses. So when I say dependent, it's simple sentence. It means that it has a verb, it has a subject, verb, and a complement. So, Amy studies in the library for her virtualization test. Okay. So, an independent clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb that express a complete thought. Okay. We come here. We also have something called dependent clauses. A dependent clause is a group of words that contain or has a subject and the verb does not express a complete thought. Okay. So, a dependent clause cannot be a sentence, in case you don't get it. Now, when Amy studied at the library for her virtualization test, if you take a look, doesn't make sense. Just take a look. When Amy studied at the library for her virtualization test, what? Right? No sense. Now, dependent. When you look at a dependent clause, you're gonna see, simple sentence. Okay, this one simple sentence or sentences. It's a dependent clause. So a simple sentence equal a dependent clause. A simple sentence has a subject and a verb. So express a complete thought, which means that it has a subject, verb, and object. Okay. A simple sentence can also have compound subject or verb. Okay. That's why we end up look at if we go back quick here, you take a look. Here. So Abby and Amy live in Chicago. So we got this. Okay. Now, we go here. Example of a simple sentence. Some students like to study in the morning. Abby and Amy play tennis every afternoon. Kevin and Abby go to the library and study every day. Now, when you take a look here, we have go right here and study right there. We also have Abby and we have Kevin. Kevin and Abby go to the library and study every day. You can see we have a compound subject. We also have a compound verb. You can see it. Now, when you take a look here, we have two subject and only one verb. Okay. Here, when you take a look, we have some student. Okay, like to study. Okay, so we come here. Kevin and Abby go to the library and study every day. So Abby, here when you take a look, it's I'm gonna fix it. So when you take a look, we got Kevin and Abby go to the library and study every day. So Kevin and Abby equal compound subject because we got two of them. And go and study is what? Compound verb. Okay. So in this case, I'm talking about this one. Go and study. Okay. This is the one I'm talking about. The compound verb. Right. Now, Abby and Kevin are the compound subject. Okay? Now, a compound sentence contains two dependent clauses or the compound sentence, all right? In case you don't get it, a compound sentence has two simple sentences enjoyed by a conjunction, but in this case, it's different type of conjunction. Okay, so we have a different type of conjunction. You need to know which one you have to apply. Okay, so we have for, and, but, or, yet, so. Our conjunction. Now, please watch the other video, the one I'm talking about conjunction, how to use them when you finish it, and then come here. Okay, so Mr. Charles is not in the office now, so you should call him back tomorrow. Mrs. N is not in the office now, so you should call her back tomorrow. Okay, so we have to watch out because N is a female, okay, a woman. So we have to use her, not him. I can pay my rent by mail, or I can pay at the manager's office. I was tired last weekend, for I worked overtime several days last week. I was exhausted last weekend, for I worked overtime several days last week. Now, Mr. Charles is not in the office now, so you should call him back tomorrow. Mrs. N is not in the office now, so you should call her back tomorrow. I can pay my rent by mail, or I can pay at the manager office. I was tired last weekend, for work overtime several days last week. I was exhausted last weekend, for work overtime several days last week. We come here. I tried to speak Vietnamese. My friends try to speak Korean. Now, when you take a look, we combine them with conjunction. That's why you need to watch my the video, the one I'm talking about conjunction first before you can watch how to write a sentence. Okay, watch that first. It's gonna help you. Now, when you take a look, we have I tried to speak Vietnamese. My friends try to speak Korean. Now, they're not separate. Here we have two complete sentences. I mean, we have two of simple sentences. Now we want to combine them to become compound sentence. To make them become compound sentence, we use conjunction. Now, this and this is not compound sentence. We have to combine them. So, conjunction, think of conjunction like a glue. A glue, you know when you stuck, together, you stuck it, it's like a glue. That's why we call it conjunction. You know, when you have a glue, you stuck two things together, you use glue. Let's say you are a carpenter. You have two of a wood. You want to stack them together. So think of conjunction as a glue. You know, when you stuck the thing together, you stuck it. That's why we call them. Now, in this case, I'm talking about like a glue. Okay, conjunction is like a glue. You're gonna stack them together. Okay, that way you can make compound sentence. So to make a compound sentence, we use a glue. Some of you say, what is a glue? The glue is conjunction in this case. Okay, so think of and as a glue. So I tried to speak Japanese, and my friends tried to speak Russian. So we combine this together here. I tried to speak Vietnamese. My friend tried to speak Korean. So we're gonna combine them right here. I tried to speak Vietnamese and my friends tried to speak Korean. So we combine this. So in this case, and behavior as a glue. Okay. I try to speak Japanese, period. My friends try to speak Russian. So I try to speak Japanese, and then we use comma and conjunction. Like I said, think of conjunction as a glue. I try to speak Japanese and my friends try to speak Russian. So we combine it together to become one sentence. Okay? So that's why it's so important to watch my my conjunction, the video, the one I posted yesterday based on conjunction. Please watch that. When you watch that video, you finish, you come here, it's gonna make life easier for you. Okay, so Abby play tennis, so Amy went shopping. Abby play tennis, for Amy went shopping. Abby sung and Amy played the piano. I stayed home last night and my sister helped me with my homework. Okay? So now we're gonna look at that part. I was talking about the compound sentence. Now here we're gonna deal with the complex. This one is a complex sentence. A complex sentence has a dependent clause. Okay, connect by one or more dependent clauses. Okay, a complex sentence always has a conjunction. Now, when you take a look, if I go back to this one, we were dealing with compound sentence. We finished the simple sentence, right? Now, in simple sentence, when you take a look, we didn't have a conjunction. No. Wow. The way I can say that we didn't have two complete sentences. I mean, we didn't have like two independent clauses. We didn't have it. We only have one simple sentence. But when you look at the compound sentence, we have two complete sentences. Okay, we combine them with the conjunction. But in this case here, we have we were dealing with a compound sentence, so we have two complete sentences. We glue them with conjunction. Now, here we have complex sentences. Now, in this case here, we're gonna connect it with dependent clauses. Now, we got because, since, after, although, even though, when. Okay. Now, if you take a look here, we have four of complex sentences. An example, when you take a look, the production schedule has been changed since so many production workers are on strike. Okay, so when you take a look, we have the production schedule has been changed or has been changed. In this case here, here, and here, we're dealing with the dependent clauses. We're dealing with the simple sentence. The production schedule has been changed, which means that when you take a look at it, that is like complete, it's like simple sentence. Now, we glue it with these things. If you go back, this is the one I'm talking about. Sorry. This is the one I'm talking about. Since so many production workers are on strike. So, this is a conjunction. Now, now, so many production workers are on strike. Okay, so here is dependent clause. Okay, the client rang the bell at the desk because she want fast service. Okay, faster. So the client rang the bell at the desk because she want faster service. Because, okay, we can change that. Because she want the faster service, the client rang the bell at the desk. So when you take a look, we use here because she want the faster service, the client rang the bell at the desk. My electricity was shut off since I have not paid my bill in 4 months. Now, when you take a look, we use because, since, okay. Now, here, Kevin is happy that you came. Justin came when I left. I decided to call my dad even though I did not want to talk to him. Now, when you go back, we're dealing with this. We're also gonna deal with this. Okay? And when you take a look, we go back, that's what we're dealing with. So, we go back. I decided to call my dad even though I did not want to talk to him. I decided to call my mother even though I did not want to talk to her. I decided to call my brother even though I did not want to talk to him. I decided to call my sister even though I did not want to talk to her. I decided to call my nephew even though I did not want to talk to him. I decided to call my niece even though I did not want to talk to her. So when you take a look, we have a lot of this. Why? These are the glue. These are the conjunction. Okay? So they combine. If you take a look, we have like two sentences here. I decided not to call my dad. Period. I did not want to talk to him. So I did not want to talk to him. In this case, I did not want to talk to him. It sounds like dependent clause. But I decided to call my dad. Okay, fine. If you just say I decided to call my dad, but you're not done yet. The sentence is not done. Even though I did not want to talk to him. Yes, now it makes sense. Right? We come here. When Kevin hand in his homework, he forgot to give the instructor the last page. Again, when Kevin hand in his homework, he forgot to give the instructor the last page. The instructor just think like a teacher, a professor. The instructor returned the homework after he noticed the error. The students are studying because they have a test tomorrow. After they finished studying, Abby and Amy went to the movie. Abby and Amy went to the movie after they finished studying and got a job after he graduated. When you take a look, we have conjunction here. After, because after, okay? Now, when you take a look here, some of these conjunction I use here, they are part of pronoun, interrogative pronoun when you take a look. The girl who my sister talked to sell iPhone, the girl whom my sister talked to sell the iPhone, the Unix book that Abby read is on the shelf. The town where I grew up is in the Kingdom of Congo. Now, when you take a look, the girl who my sister talked to sells iPhone. This one, when you take a look here, is a pronoun. This pronoun behaves as conjunction. The girl whom my sister talked, this one in the past, to sell the iPhone, whom is a pronoun, but in this case behave as conjunction. The Unix books that Abby read is on the shelf. Now, this also is when you take a look, the town where this one is a pronoun but behave as a conjunction. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop here for today. So thank you so much. In case you don't understand, please email me or contact me. I'm gonna try my best as I can to help you. So thank you so much. You guys take care. Bye bye.